Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive." Pause. Let that sink in. Alive, breathing, a new day. Most people forget this. They wake up to alarms. They grab their phones. Emails, notifications, headlines, noise. Their first moments are stolen. Their peace is gone before the day begins. But imagine another way. Imagine starting with calm, with clarity, with strength that does not depend on the outside world. That is the Stoic morning. Not rushed, not chaotic, not reactive. Stoicism is not about cold endurance. It is not about suppressing emotions. It is about mastery of the mind, of the self, of the moment. In a world that screams for your attention, the Stoic asks, "What is truly within my control?" The answer begins here. In the morning, before the world intrudes, before the noise returns. Every morning, you are offered two paths: the path of reaction or the path of response. Reaction is easy. It is rolling over, reaching for the phone. It is letting the world tell you how to feel. It is surrender. Response is harder. It is rising with intention. It is choosing how you will spend your first hour. It is strength. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. They all began the day with reflection, with purpose, with silence. They lived in Rome, surrounded by politics, chaos, demands. Not so different from us today. Different tools, same distractions, same pressures. So, what can we do? We build a routine. 10 practices. Simple, quiet, powerful. 10 things that align us with Stoic wisdom. 10 habits that transform mornings from dread into discipline, from confusion into clarity, from noise into stillness. This is not theory. This is practice. This is philosophy lived in minutes, not in books. So here is the challenge. Stay with me. Do not skim. Do not half listen. Because if you commit to these 10 practices, even one at a time, your mornings will never be the same. Your days will never be the same. Your life will never be the same. Let us begin. Number 1. Evening routine. The Stoics believed this. Your morning begins the night before. How you end the day decides how you rise to meet the next. If your night is chaos, your morning will be chaos. If your night is calm, your morning will be calm. Think about how most people end their days. Endless scrolling. Screens glowing until the eyes burn. A final flood of news, arguments, distractions. And then collapse into sleep. Not rest. Not renewal. Just exhaustion. But you are not most people. If you are here, you are seeking something different. You want to rise with intention. You want to own your morning. That begins with your evening. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself, "We must prepare the mind for what comes." Preparation is not weakness. It is wisdom. So how do we prepare? Simple steps. Quiet steps. Powerful steps. First, step away from the screen. 1 hour before sleep. No phone. No laptop. No glowing noise. Your mind deserves silence. Your body needs the signal the day is closing. Second, write down 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not 20. Not a list that overwhelms. 3. The essentials. The things that truly matter. When you wake, you will already know your path. Clarity replaces chaos. Third, breathe. Slow, deep. Let the body unwind. Let the day fall away. 5 minutes of stillness before sleep. This is not wasted time. It is the reset button. Modern science agrees. A good night's sleep is not luxury. It is the foundation. It sharpens focus. It strengthens memory. It restores energy. It even heals the body. The Stoics knew this without data. They saw that a tired, unfocused mind cannot live with virtue. A restless body cannot serve others with strength. So treat your evening with respect. Honor the close of the day. Do not stumble into tomorrow half asleep. Step into it prepared. Step into it strong. This is where the Stoic morning truly begins. Not with an alarm. Not with coffee. With the choice you make tonight. Because if you end the day with intention, you will begin the next with power. Number 2. Finding your reason to rise. Ikigai. The Stoics believed life is not random. It is not an accident. Each of us has a role, a purpose, a reason to rise. The Japanese call it Ikigai. It means reason for being. It is the point where 4 paths meet. What you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. When these 4 converge, mornings change. You no longer wake with dread. You no longer ask, why get up? You know why. The answer is waiting for you. Without purpose, mornings feel heavy. You drag yourself from bed. You chase tasks that do not matter. You live by habit, not by intention. But with purpose, even simple mornings shine. Even small tasks feel connected to something larger. Ikigai gives weight to your steps. It gives fire to your actions. Think about your own life. What do you love so much that time disappears? What do others come to you for? What skills feel natural in your hands? What work makes the world better, even in small ways? Write these down. See where they overlap. That overlap is your direction. This does not mean you must quit your job tomorrow. It means you begin aligning daily choices with deeper meaning. A teacher who mentors after class. A nurse who writes to inspire others. An office worker who finds fulfillment in guiding new colleagues. A mother who sees her ikigai in raising strong, kind children. Purpose is not always grand. It is often quiet. It lives in the ordinary, but it makes the ordinary sacred. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning, "You have been made a part of this universe. Rise to your duty." He knew his role as emperor, but he also knew his role as a human, to act with integrity, to contribute, to live with honor. Your ikigai is the same. Not a perfect job, not endless passion, but a clear thread that ties you to life itself. When you discover it, mornings are no longer empty. They are invitations, opportunities, reminders that you are here for a reason. So tomorrow when you open your eyes, ask, what is my reason to rise? And let that answer carry you into the day. Number 3. Avoiding technology in the first moments. The first moments of your morning are sacred. They set the tone for everything that follows. Yet most people give those moments away. They wake. They reach for the phone. They scroll. Emails. Social media. News. A flood of noise before their feet even touch the floor. This is not freedom. This is reaction. It is letting the outside world decide how you feel. It is surrender. The Stoics warned against this. They taught, control what you can. Your thoughts, your choices, your attention. So here is the challenge. For the first 30 minutes, no phone, no inbox, no headlines. Protect your morning like a fortress. Instead, fill it with what strengthens you. Sit in silence. Breathe. Read a few lines of wisdom. Write a thought in your journal. Sip your coffee slowly, with presence. Notice the stillness. Notice the light. This is not wasted time. It is the foundation. Because when you begin calm, you carry calm. When you begin scattered, you carry chaos. Science confirms what the Stoics sensed. Your brain in the morning is fresh, open, uncluttered. The first input leaves a deep mark. If that input is anger, fear, distraction, your whole day bends toward it. But if it is peace, clarity, gratitude, your day takes that shape instead. Marcus Aurelius never scrolled a screen, but he faced constant demands. Letters, messengers, politics. He still wrote, "You control your mind, not the outside world. So control your morning. Do not give it away. Rise. Protect the first light. Choose silence over noise, presence over distraction, and watch how different your day becomes." Number 4. The power of consistency. The way you wake is the way you live. Not once, not sometimes, every day. Consistency is the foundation of discipline, and discipline is the foundation of freedom. Most people think freedom is doing whatever you want. The Stoics saw it differently. Freedom begins with control of the self, control of the body, control of the mind. Waking at the same time each morning is a quiet act of control. It looks small. It feels ordinary, but it builds strength beneath the surface. When you rise at a fixed hour, you teach your body rhythm. Your mind learns stability. Your energy evens out. You are not dragged by chance or mood. You are guided by principle. Think about the alternative. One day you wake early. The next, you sleep late. Some mornings you rush. Others you drift. Your body never knows what to expect. Your mind never finds steady ground. Marcus Aurelius wrote often about constancy. He reminded himself to act as the soldier does ready at his post every day. Your post is your morning. Your duty is to meet it. Consistency is not glamorous. It does not impress others, but it shapes you. It forges reliability. It creates trust in yourself. When you say, "I will rise," and then you rise, you prove to yourself that your word has weight. Science agrees. The body has a clock. Wake at the same time, and your hormones align. Your focus sharpens. Your rest deepens. Your mood steadies. So, choose an hour. Hold to it. Not perfectly, but faithfully. Each morning, you reinforce the truth. You are not ruled by comfort. You are not ruled by impulse. You are ruled by reason. Consistency is quiet power. It builds you one dawn at a time. Number 5. Small acts of discipline. Great character is not built in one moment. It is built in countless small choices. Simple, ordinary, unseen. The Stoics knew this. They taught that every action is a seed. Each seed grows into habit, and habit grows into destiny. So begin with the smallest acts. Move your alarm clock away from your bed. Rise when it rings. Do not negotiate with yourself. Win that first battle. Then make your bed. Smooth the sheets. Place the pillows. Order in your environment creates order in your mind. It feels trivial. It feels almost silly. But it is not. It is training. Each small victory whispers, "I can command myself." The Navy SEALs teach the same. Make your bed, they say, because one simple task completed at dawn sets the tone for the day. If everything else collapses, at least you can return to a bed that reflects discipline. Discipline is not punishment. It is alignment. It is the proof that your will is stronger than your impulses. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "Do not waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." A good man, a good woman, is shaped by choices repeated every morning. These acts will not impress anyone. No one applauds when you make your bed. No one cheers when you resist the snooze button. But you feel the weight of integrity. You know you are practicing control. And practice compounds. Day after day. Win the small, and you prepare to win the great. If you cannot master the little, you will falter at the large. So, embrace these small disciplines. Rise when called. Make your bed. Take the first step with intention, because in the quiet of these simple acts, your character is being forged. Number 6. Self-compassion. Discipline is important. Consistency matters. But without compassion, discipline becomes a whip. Many people fall here. They miss one morning. They sleep late. They skip a practice. And then they collapse into guilt. They say, "I failed. I am weak." They spiral. And they quit. The Stoics warned against harshness toward the self. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You will stumble. Rise again." Perfection is not the goal. Persistence is. To live with virtue is not to never fall. It is to rise each time you do. It is to see mistakes not as chains, but as teachers. So when you fail, pause. Do not condemn yourself. Do not feed shame. Acknowledge what happened. Learn. Then let it go. Tomorrow is new. This patience with yourself is not weakness. It is wisdom, because self-compassion fuels resilience. It keeps you steady for the long journey. Think of the alternative. Self-hatred drains energy. Criticism burns motivation. No one can walk far under constant attack from within. Compassion does not excuse laziness. It does not mean lowering standards. It means forgiving, then returning to the path. It means holding yourself with firmness and kindness at once. Seneca wrote, "No man is so wise that he does not make mistakes, but the wise man is not crushed by them." Wisdom bends without breaking. It adapts. It endures. So when you wake late one day, smile. Say, "Today I begin again." When you miss a habit, breathe. Say, "I will return tomorrow." Self-compassion gives you the strength to continue. It keeps discipline alive without turning it into cruelty. It builds resilience that lasts not for days, but for years. This is the Stoic way. Firm, patient, steady, not perfect, but enduring. Number 7. The strength of an accountability partner. The Stoics never lived in isolation. They valued community. They believed virtue grows best in company. Iron sharpens iron. Marcus Aurelius wrote often of brotherhood. Seneca reminded Lucilius through letters. Epictetus taught in the presence of students. Even the wisest leaned on others. We like to think discipline is solitary. That strength means standing alone. But often, the strongest are those who walk with companions. This is the role of an accountability partner. Someone who shares your path. Someone who reminds you when you drift. Someone who encourages when you weaken. It does not have to be formal. It can be a friend you text in the morning, a partner who runs with you at dawn, a small group that meditates online before work. Simple structures, powerful effects. Why does it work? Because we are social beings. When we commit to another, we feel the weight of our word. When we share our progress, we multiply our strength. When we stumble, we are lifted. The Stoics saw this as essential. Virtue is tested in relationships. Wisdom is refined in dialogue. Discipline is sustained through support. An accountability partner is not there to punish you, not to shame you, but to hold a mirror, to reflect your intention back to you, to remind you of who you said you wanted to be, and you do the same for them. It is mutual. It is shared. Alone, the path is harder. Together, the path is steady. So find one person, a colleague, a friend, a mentor, someone you trust. Share your commitment. Check in regularly. Encourage, remind, support. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Because even the Stoics knew, no one becomes strong alone. Number 8. Training the body, strengthening the mind. The Stoics did not separate body and mind. They saw them as one. A strong mind requires a trained body. A steady body supports a steady spirit. Epictetus, once a slave, spoke often of preparation. He reminded his students, life is full of trials. If your body is weak, your spirit is easily shaken. If your body is trained, your mind endures longer. This is why movement matters, not for vanity, not for appearance, for resilience, for strength that carries into every part of life. Step outside, feel the air, breathe it deeply, walk, run, stretch. Let your body wake with the dawn. Outdoor movement clears the mind. The rhythm of steps, the sound of breath, the freshness of morning air. These are not luxuries. They are fuel. Science calls it endorphins, natural chemicals that lift mood, reduce stress, sharpen focus. The Stoics would have called it harmony. The body aligned with the soul. Imagine beginning each day this way, not with screens, not with rushing, but with motion, with breath, with life. Even 10 minutes is enough. A short run, a brisk walk, a moment to stretch under the sky. Simple, powerful. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You must build your life action by action." Exercise is one such action. Small, daily, transformative. The discipline of training the body echoes into the discipline of the mind. When you endure discomfort in exercise, you practice endurance for life. When you control your body, you learn to control your reactions. So move. Step outside. Breathe the morning. Let your body remind you, you are alive, you are capable, you are strong. This is Stoicism in motion. Not just thoughts, but action. Number 9. Negative visualization. The Stoics practiced a simple exercise. It was not about fear. It was about strength. They called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of misfortune, imagining what could go wrong, what could be lost. At first, it sounds dark. Why think of loss? Why picture pain? Because by imagining it, you prepare for it. And by preparing, you weaken its power. Fear thrives in surprise. But when you have already faced the thought, when you have rehearsed the storm in your mind, you meet it with steadiness. So each morning, spend a moment here. Picture what could change, what you might lose. Your job, your health, a relationship, even your life itself. Do not dwell in despair. Do not feed anxiety. Simply acknowledge the fragile nature of all things. Then return to the present, to the job you still hold, to the body that still moves, to the people who still walk beside you. Suddenly, gratitude rises, not abstract, not forced, real, because you know these things are not guaranteed. Imagine losing your work. Now, feel the weight of having it today. Imagine losing your health. Now, cherish the breath you take freely. Imagine losing someone you love. Now treasure the sound of their voice. Negative visualization does not make life darker. It makes life brighter. It sharpens appreciation. It frees you from shock when hardship comes. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Begin each day by reminding yourself of what you may face." He did not say this to breed fear. He said it to build resilience. So do not run from the thought of loss. Face it. Hold it for a moment. Then let it go. And as you release it, you will find the present feels heavier, richer, more alive. This is the gift of imagining loss, to live today more fully. Number 10. Gratitude journal. The day ends the way it began, with your mind, with your attention. Before sleep, the Stoics would reflect, not on what they lacked, not on what they feared, but on what remained, on what was still theirs. This is the practice of gratitude. Simple, but not easy. Each night, take a pen, Open a notebook. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. Small or large, it does not matter. It could be the warmth of the Sunday, a conversation with a friend, a meal that nourished you, the strength in your body, or simply that you endured another day. Why write it down? Because the mind forgets. Because the mind wanders. Gratitude brings it back to the real, to the present. Science confirms what the Stoics knew. A grateful mind sleeps more peacefully, wakes with more clarity, carries less anger, less envy. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself, do not waste what is left of your life in imagining what is missing. Focus instead on what is here, on what is already enough. Gratitude is not denial. It does not ignore hardship. It acknowledges both light and shadow, but it chooses to rest in the light. So tonight, when the noise of the day fades, do not scroll. Do not seek distraction. Sit, breathe, and write. 3 lines, 3 truths, 3 reminders of abundance. Then close the notebook. Close your eyes and let your mind release. When you wake, you will notice the shift. You begin the day not with a hunger for more, but with an awareness of enough. You move through the hours not with restlessness, but with steadiness. The Stoics understood this. Gratitude is not only a feeling, it is a discipline, a lens, a way of training the mind to see clearly. So tonight, pick up the pen, write the words, anchor yourself in what is present. And tomorrow, rise lighter, stronger, more awake to life. The morning shapes the day. Every morning is a choice, not just of actions, but of direction, of who you will become. The Stoics knew this. They trained their minds as a soldier sharpens his blade, not once, but daily. That is why these practices matter. They are not small habits. They are foundations. An evening routine sets the stage. Ikigai gives meaning. Avoiding technology protects attention. Consistency builds strength. Small acts of discipline grow character. Self-compassion keeps you moving. A partner holds you accountable. Exercise strengthens the body. Negative visualization strengthens the spirit. Gratitude brings it all together. 10 practices. 1 path. A life not wasted. Ask yourself, what will your mornings look like? Will you stumble into them half awake, half lost? Or will you step into them with clarity, with purpose? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each dawn, you will meet the selfish, the angry, the ungrateful, but they cannot harm your mind unless you allow it. That is the power of a morning routine. It shields you before the world tests you. It reminds you who you are before others try to tell you. So tomorrow, when the alarm rings, pause. Do not reach for your phone. Do not let noise dictate your mind. Choose silence. Choose strength. Choose to begin deliberately. Remember, freedom is not given. It is built. Choice by choice. Morning by morning. The world will always be loud. The pressures will always return. But within you is a place untouched. Still, steady, ready. Guard it. Return to it. Every single morning. These 10 practices are not just routines. They are reminders that your life is short, that your time is precious, that each day is a gift not to be wasted. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait until you feel ready. Begin tomorrow, with 1 practice, with 1 step. Make your bed. Take a breath. Write 1 line of gratitude, and watch how the smallest actions ripple into the largest changes. The Stoic morning routine is not about control. It is about clarity, not about speed, but direction. So when you rise tomorrow, rise with intention, rise with strength, rise as one who knows. The day is short, life is fleeting, But this moment, this morning, is entirely yours.